Hello, all my bookie friends. It's time for a TBR Jar Picks My Reads video. When I tell you that June was a hot mess, believe it in the depths of my soul. I read half of one book. Let's just fix that. I read half of one book. I read half of Theo of Golden. I had such aspirations. I think I have three. Theo of Golden is still in the car. I was reading it in the car just now. Girls Weekend is in my work bag, but I maybe got to page 20. I read zero of Call Me Home. I read zero of Orphan Train. I read zero of Dear Edward. Not the book's fault, the month's fault. I think I'm in a bit of a slump. Once again, not the book's fault. I did not read a bad book that made me get in a slump. We have a lot, like, first of all, I have not felt good. I have felt very bad. I did have a procedure. I had an EGD yesterday where they stuck the camera down and looked around. I think they have pinpointed what's been going on with me. So took my first dose of medicine last night, felt better already today. So maybe I am on the mend. I have a family member currently in the hospital that I'm about to go hang out with till about midnight tonight and then come home and sleep. We have two family members that we've had to put in a nursing home, and that was very sad. And we have, kind of had to take over that life. There's a house 4 hours away from us that now we're paying for, that we need to clean out, that we need to put for sale. And so probably every other weekend we've been going there, and it has not been great for my health. I already wasn't feeling good, and I do have asthma. There's a lot of dust involved in cleaning out old closets and shelves and bookcases and stuff like that. So when I lay my head down at night and I get out a book, it actually brings me more stress than takes it away, like reading usually does for me. And so I just sort of accepted it as a wash. I was gonna punish myself and not let myself do a TBR video, and then I decided that was really silly. And so here we are. I'm gonna pick 5 prompts. I think you can guess the last 3 months I have said I was gonna read Stephen King's The Shining. I didn't read that either, and it had to go back to the library. So if I can get a hold of that from the library again, that will go also on the list, but I'm not sure. I just had to take it back, so we'll have to see about that. I'm gonna get 5. And I am going to really try this month to put out some more videos and to try to do some more reading vlogs that make this fun. And not always, I'm just going to give myself a little bit of wiggle room about reading based on my vibes. If I want to, this weekend, I'm going to do a little readathon. And if I want to read something that's not on my TBR, that's okay. That is okay, as long as it's still coming off of these shelves, because these shelves are extraordinary. And actually, one of the videos I have planned is making sense of these shelves and pulling out all of my books and getting rid of the ones I just know I'm never gonna read. And then, putting the ones I want to read the most on the shelves and really prioritizing, just getting this done, because I don't keep my books that I read. Especially going through what we're going through now, where the person that we are helping, the people that we are helping, they kept everything that they ever touched. Like, if they touch this, it's theirs now. And so we're dealing with that. So I do not need a million books. If I absolutely love something, or if it is a gorgeous book, or just fun to look at, I'll keep it. I'll probably keep the Stephen King books I have acquired. I've gotten a few. I got some at an estate sale, and I've gotten a couple actually at little free libraries as I've been walking. Those will probably stay. I did buy the Painted Edges, not Mockingjay, what is it? Hunger Games books, the trilogy. And as I'm going to reread those, and then I'm going to buy Battle of Songbirds and Snakes and all of those books. So those I'll keep, but everything else, if I didn't like it, it goes to a little free library. If I loved it, I give it to my mama, unless she's the one that gave it to me. And then I just give it back. Here we go. Prompt number 1. Oh, I got 2. We'll put this one back. Okay. Start a series. Good Lord. Well, okay. Start a series. I don't have that many series. I do have The Hunger Games. Can you start a series that you've already read? That's a thought. But you know what I do have? I have, this is the second one. Why don't I have them together? Frederick Bachman. Where are you? Oh, here it is, Beartown. But it's summer. Should we have winter in July and read Beartown, or should I read The Hunger Games? I think those are my only... Oh, is this a series? The Gender Game? I bet it is. In a World Divided by Gender. I bet this is a series. For some reason, I really wanted to start Beartown, but that is so wintry. It just feels wrong. I mean, it has the number 1 on it. So, like, this might be something that you guys get annoyed with me. I'm not good at, like, reading my books and knowing about the books that are on my shelf. Like, I'm just, especially the ones I've gotten at little free libraries. They just join their friends, and that's that. I think we're going to go with this little guy, just because Beartown feels so wintry, and it's July, and I'm just trying to, like, even though life has been lifing lately, I still do want to just sort of own the fact that we are in the summer and we need to enjoy it. What we got here? Let's see. Let's just see which sounds better. Ever since the disappearance of her beloved younger brother, Violet's life has been consumed by an anger she struggles to control. Already a prisoner of her own nation, now she has been sentenced to death for her crimes. So it's uplifting. To enter the kingdom of Patris where men rule and women submit. Okay. Beartown. I've listened to like a little bit of Beartown. This is probably sad. This is probably sad. Hunger Games is pretty sad. I'm in a conundrum. I'm gonna put these plus Hunger Games to the side, and when my son gets back from running, he's insane. He has been running in 90-degree heat, but when he gets back from running, he will pick, and I'll get back to you on that one. Second prompt. Ooh, it's a little one. Most recent addition to the TBR. The real recent one was one of those that I was telling you about that is a Stephen King book I found in a little free library. I am not going to count that one, however, because I'm reading Stephen King from start to finish, and I'm not gonna do it. So let me look for a second. It's probably one of the ones that I got at that sale. So I will say I don't even know what that book is. This one. The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth. And it's got a pool, so at least we're swimming and it's summer. We will do that. Mother-in-Law. I got those at an estate sale. And her estate had some good books. Third prompt. A book you got at a little free library. All of them. I get a lot. I mean, like a lot. You know what? I just brought this home. This is newer than this. We're switching them out. This is by the author of Archer's Voice. So we're going to do this one. I just brought this home from a Little Free Library, which fits this other prompt. But this is the actual last one that I added. Sandwich. I got this at a Little Free Library. I don't think I got this at a Little Free Library, and it is summary, and it is one that I didn't read on my May TBR. Should we add this for both the vibes? My problem is, here's the problem. I looked it up on Goodreads, and it has terrible reviews. I didn't read the reviews, but like it's like a 3.3 or something. But maybe I should just, you know, find out for myself. So, I mean, Summer of Broken Rules. We're gonna add that. We're gonna do not this. We're gonna do Falling for Gage, which, I mean, Archer's Voice was a little smutty. So we might be having a little smut summer. So we're gonna do Falling for Gage, and we're gonna do the Summer for Broken Dreams. Now, I can't forget to have my son pick one. You know what? I'm not gonna have my son pick one. We're going Hunger Games. I've got the really pretty sprayed edges one out in my living room, but I'm gonna put this on there. Hunger Games. I'm rereading it. That will be better. Let's put these little puppets right back there. Okay, so we have Hunger Games, we've got Summer of Broken Dreams, and we've got Falling for Gage. We're not doing that one. That's an impossible one. The longest book on the TBR. I think we've read. No. So I thought it was this, but then I think I figured out it's actually this. Let's see. So partly why this one's so long is because it is large print. It is 720 pages, and this one is only 548. So let me make sure I haven't added anything crazy. Like I said, I have a couple of Stephen King books out there that are like 1,000 pages. I recently found The Stand at a Little Free Library, and that one's like 1,000 pages. That is a behemoth, but we're not going to worry about that one. Plus, this one has been on this shelf probably since 2017. Maybe before that. So 9 years. Let's get it off. Play dirty. Sandra Brown. Also might be a little smutty. So Smutty Summer for the win. All right, we're already at number 5. Let's really flip them around. I'm gonna see if I can spin it till one falls out. Okay. A 4-word title. I love that. Okay, I'm putting these over here. I keep these that I pull in another spot up here because I want to get to where I use up pretty much everyone in here until I don't want to add them back and use them again. I'm trying to use all the ones I made. Okay, a 4-word title. The Mother-in-Law. But is mother-in-law, if it's hyphenated, does it still count as 3 words? Because technically that's 4, but like, what are the rules on that? Tell me about it. We're going to put that on its side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. The Girl in the Castle. All of a sudden counting to 4 is so hard. Is this The Whole Town's Talking? Do you guys remember the month that I read a Fanny Flagg book? It was 5 stars. I loved it. I read it so fast. This one is also a little chunky, but here's the deal. Some of her chapters are like this. This right here. That's a chapter. So that's why hers appear long, but they read really fast. So this one's 400 pages. Oh, it says, the very last thing it says, and so it ends. And then it said, or maybe not. What do you think? That means if I love it, there'll be another one. So this is called The Whole Town's Talking by Fannie Flagg. Let me make sure I don't need to pick a different one. No, not that. Oh, we've got The Last Mrs. Parrish. I already have a thriller. I have what I think are two romances. I'm pretty sure Summer of Broken Rules will end up being a romance. I mean, why we got a summer book with no romance? Let's just really keep it 100. Oh, here. The Night She Disappeared. The Night She Disappeared. Here's another, The Last Mrs. Parrish. I'm kind of feeling this book. The minute I finished that last Fannie Flagg book, I wanted to get this one on the TBR, and it just hasn't fit. And I'm kind of wondering, with the way life has been lifing, if her books will just, sometimes they just give you those good vibes. That felt good. All right, so we are going to wrap it up. If you see this shirt again, I'm going to go straight to a 3-day, 24-hour reading marathon. So don't judge. We have got The Whole Town's Talking by Fannie Flagg. We've got Play Dirty. This one is for a 4-word title. This one is for longest book on the TBR. We've got Hunger Games, which is starting a series. We've got Falling for Gage, which was the most recent addition to the TBR. And then this was one that I picked up at a little free library. Yeah, got this one at my dentist's office, a little free library. So that's fun. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that I continue to put out new videos and make them better and better each time. I have gotten myself a tripod. The next one's a camera. And I hope that you enjoyed being here and that you will stick around and hit that follow button so that we can be book besties. And I just want to, like, as a last thought, because I kind of think of myself as like your elder book bestie. For those of you that sit on the floor next to your book carts, congratulations on it not hurting. Because when you are 40 years old, it hurts. So as soon as I hit the little off button, just know it'll take me 5 minutes to get up, and then I'm gonna have to stretch and cry about my life. So have a great day.